Hi Stitchers, welcome to my August update, even though I know it's September. I'm sorry it's been late, but there is a reason. Well, despite health reasons, I've been really bad. In fact, was it Saturday, my carers couldn't wake me up, and I just slept and slept and slept and slept. And then got up for about 2 hours and went back to bed and slept some more. And I've just been really bad, and pain's been bad, and I've even had 5 days when I didn't do any stitching, which just isn't like me. Usually the most I can do is 2, and then I come out with cold sweats and DTs and everything. But anyway, and what's the other reason? Oh yeah, the main reason is because I've been waiting for my fabric of the month to come from Rambly Designs, and it's still not come. I emailed her last week, and she said it was on its way, and it's still not come. So that was that. And the reason, because I know I'm digressing, but if any of you have seen Amanda's video, Mrs. Milky Bar Kid, you'll know that the Jodrey fabric of the month for August is called the Milky Bar Kid. And the reason why I just got a bit excited about it was because I played a part in it. I'm very happy to say, because when I made my first order from Jodrey Designs, I was speaking to Michelle because she was so helpful, because I was trying to decide which fabric to buy for my Mirabilia cell, and I was telling her that I found out about her from YouTube, and she said, "Oh, I didn't know I was on YouTube." So I was telling her all about Amanda's videos, and she said, "I'll have to see if I can do something about that." And then sort of a couple of days later it was announced that the fabric of the month was going to be Mrs. Milky Bar Kid, so I like to think that I played a little part in that. So anyway, and that's the reason why, just because it's not come, and I've been so desperate for it to come and it's not arrived. So, and that's why another reason, the main reason why I was holding off doing the video, was I was waiting for that to arrive, but I thought, well, might as well give up for now. Anyway, that's enough. Oh, so I have to rearrange myself my back flat today as well. Right, so let's get down to business. I've got myself a little list here this month because I've got a few things I want to talk about. Try not to drag it out, but as I'm sure you'll know by now, that I do tend to drag things out a bit, but I'll try. So first of all is my whip, and up until last week I've been really busy on my whip. I've just had like a severe stitchy bug, and I've just not been able to stop. Quite literally, there was one night I think I was up till about 2 in the morning because I wanted to finish a specific piece. But anyway, and I've done quite a lot, because I think when I showed you at the end of last month's video, I'd literally started it the day before, so I think I'd done a bit of cream up the doorway, and then of course I did that mid-month video for some reason which I can't remember now. Why did I do that mid-month video? I have no idea, but I'm quite sure there was a reason. And oh, that's it, I was showing you how I stitched in one colour, and I'd done the French windows, the mirror and the bride. I'd started on the bride's dress, so I think you'll be quite surprised. I've not got anything dark to put behind it, have I? Put me behind it. But that's what I've done. Oh, I can't hold it very well because I've got arthritis in my wrist. But that's what I've done up to now. So and the last time you saw it, sorry, it's a bit, I can't hold it very well in my hand. Oh no, sorry. Oh, how am I going to do this? I've finished off. Oh God, I just realised I've got the pattern up. Anyway, I'm not cutting it. I'll have to go with that. I've finished off the bride's dress. In fact, I'll use that behind. I've done the father, and I've started now on all the background stitching. So, oh, this is killing me. So I've just got to come back down there, and up the other side. Oh, I'm sorry. That's it. My poor wrist won't let me hold it anymore. Oh. So that's that. Now the dog's barking. It's going to be one of those videos, but I'm not cutting it. This is how it is, and that's that, I'm afraid. So yeah, so that's my whip, and I'm ploughing on with it because I'm so desperate to start my Heaven and Earth. but I'm going to talk a bit more about that at the end because that ties in with something else, so we'll leave that for now. Anyway, next topic, my travel bag. Now, I know a lot of you have been saying like you take your stitching with you places you go. Well, because I've only ever had one whip and because I tend to do big whips, I mean, I couldn't take that anywhere with me that I go. But I decided, because I like making cards as well, I thought, well, I could always do a card when I go out. And there's sort of a dual purpose to that. And the reason is, I have social anxiety disorder, and I get very nervous, you know, when I leave the house and when I'm in amongst people I don't know, and I just get, I'm horrendous. I'm not too bad if I'm with my mum, funnily enough, but if I'm by myself or even with anybody else, I get very, very anxious. And especially when I'm in waiting rooms, and because of all my health problems, I seem to spend an awful lot of time sat in hospitals and waiting rooms, and I just feel like everybody's looking at me and staring at me and judging me and, you know, this, that and the other. So, like, I mean, one thing I'm not meant to do, because when I've had CBT, it's like, oh, you know, you don't use coping strategies, you've got to, like, work through it and blah, blah, well, not that, I'm sorry, but I'm using a coping strategy because that's what helps me best. I thought, oh, cross stitch. So, what I did, just try and stop everything falling on the floor, I used a little bag that I used to have like a netbook thing, which I dropped a glass of wine on and broke it. But I've still got a case for it, so I thought, oh, that'll come in useful. So it did. So like I put in a little project, although I'm going to have to start again because, as you can see, I went completely wrong when I was counting the fabric, and well, in fact I need to come off the end of that. So it's meant to be a cat on its back. It's a card for my niece, so I'm going to have to start that again, but it did help. You know, so I had like my little project. I've used a mini oat jar, and then like when I came home I transferred my oats out of that into my normal oat jar. A little pattern, which you've already seen a pattern already, and I just put in like the threads that I used for the project. And also there's a book which I'm just going to show you in a second, and then I had to use like my highlighters and my scissors from my normal work, because I need to get another pair of scissors and I need some more highlighters. Well, oh, Sydney, are you making an appearance, Sydney? Are you saying hello? Say hello. Say hello, YouTube. That's Sydney. So yeah, but I've got some spare fabric. It's the fabric that my covers for my Millennium frame were made from, and I've got loads of it left. And I don't know what I'm doing today. So I got my, you can't quite see my sewing machine there, but I got my sewing machine out of the loft, or my dad did. And I thought, oh, I might try making one myself, because I could do with like a pocket inside it. Now, I am not a sewer by any means. I got it out mainly to like hem around the edges of my fabric instead of using, what do I use? My brain's gone today. Masking tape, that's it. And I can manage that, that's fine. And I did want to make some cushion covers for a friend. So I thought, well, you know, making a little bag like that isn't too difficult, is it? I don't know, but we'll try it anyway. So I thought at some point I'm going to have a go at that. It's going to be moving from here though, because I've got a spare bedroom, which, well, it's not officially a spare bedroom because it's what's called kitty room. There's a huge kitty city in there, and in fact I've got a new carer this week, and she was saying today she's shadowing my normal carer because my carer's leaving. She's leaving me, she's abandoning me, but she's not anyway. But she said, oh, I can't believe what you've got in that room, that kitty city. But then what I do when my nieces come, my nieces also use it as their room, and like I've got a big like mattress thing that I put on the floor, and a gorgeous double duvet and cushions and matching stuff and everything. So it sort of becomes their room stroke kitty room. Well, I thought, because like, well, they usually come most weekends, but then I thought, oh, why don't I use it a bit for me? Because it's a lovely bright room. So my mum, somehow we're going to get a desk over from my mum's house that my mum had in a bedroom for them at her house, but they don't really stay at hers. So that's going to come over here, and it's got a lovely chair with it and everything. Then my sewing machine can go on there, and it'll be dual purpose, because then when the girls are here, my youngest niece especially is quite into her crafts, and I've got loads of stuff up there for her in drawers, you know, to make things and draw, and she's, you know, both of them actually really good at drawing, so they can use it as well. And then I thought, I've got, I don't know if you can see, a chair in the corner of the room which is quite mucky at the moment because the cats use it, but I can wash the covers. So I thought, oh, I could put that up there, and you know, maybe if I could ever get a TV in there, I might be able to use it as a bit of a craft room. But I was discussing it with, I've got a friend who lives just over the back who also stitches, but I can see what she means. Like, her downside to turn it into a proper craft room is that because all I do is cross stitch, because I don't have, you know, a husband or a family, because nobody loves, you know, just live on my own. So because all I do is stitch, I'd just like be shutting that room up there all the time, and the window out there, it's not really interesting, you're just looking out on other houses, whereas where I stitch at the moment in the living room, you know, at least I'm part of the cat and the dog's family life, so to speak, and I can see what's going on, you know, outside, because it's not a busy street that I live on, but there's the field opposite and trees, so there's nice things to look at. So I don't think I'll be turning it into a proper craft room as such, although I do desperately want to get storage in there, because at the moment my cross stitch stuff is everywhere. You know, I keep fabrics and my stash in my bedroom, I've got my card stuff, you know, that makes the cards in here, then I've got the stuff that I'm working from in the living room, and it's just everywhere, and I'd like it all to be in one place. So anyway, I'm rambling. Oh, and that was just, like, see, I told you it'd turn into one of these videos. Right, I'm just going to cut away now, because the next thing I want to talk about is my new stand, which I'm very excited about, but I can't lift it up here. But I did also get a new lamp this month. Well, I say new, my mum bought it for her to use, because my mum cross stitches as well, and I taught her actually, not the other way around, which you'd usually expect. But my mum found it just wasn't the right size. She found it too big to go on the table she had, and it was too small to go on the floor. So what she's done is sort of like an early Christmas present. She's given it to me, because it was practically brand new, and then she's bought another one now that fits where it is a bit better, because we bought it online, this one, for her, so obviously she didn't know until she got it what it was going to be like. But it is a fantastic lamp. So I did get that new, so I've got like a whole new stitch area with a new lamp and a new stand, but I can't show you the lamp because it's too heavy, but if you look on my Instagram account, which is linked down below, you'll be able to see I put on a picture the other day of my new setup and everything, so you can see it on there. So anyway, I'm just going to cut away for a second and I'll show you my stand. Right, this is my stand from Needle Needs. It's a necessaire stand. Now there is sort of a long story around how I ended up with this, because I'd ordered it, but accidentally on PayPal it had gone through on my mum's card, and because I then couldn't afford it, we had to cancel the order. But for some reason it ended up coming to me. Because I'm so honest, I phoned them up and I said, look, you sent it to me but I cancelled it, and they hadn't realised, so I parcelled it up to go back. But in the meantime, like the bigger frame that came with it, because it was the complete kit, my friend who lives over the back, she'd wanted a Millennium frame, but they were all out of stock, so she phoned to ask if she could sort of buy that and keep that. Who's that? Oh, that's Edgar. Which he said yes. And then the stand that I was using broke. The nut that held everything in place, it was a plastic one, and because you had to force it so much, it broke. So it wouldn't hold its height, and it was hurting my back and my shoulders. So I spoke very nicely to my mum, and she lent me the money for it, and I'm paying her back. So I phoned him up again. I'm like, oh, it's me again. Can I keep it? So he said yes, because it obviously saved him postage, so that's how I ended up with it. Anyway, I absolutely love it. It's brilliant, and I mean, it's just so beautifully designed, the wood, it's just lovely, and it's got like this middle section where you can lift and lower the height, It's got another section there where you can alter the slant on it, whatever, and then you've got the pegs, you can see underneath, which alter how high it is. I have it on the lowest one because I like quite a slant on it, and then I keep the bars quite slack so I can move it around. And then your Millennium frame, and pick it up, sorry, that's upside down, I'm making a mess of this today. There we go. Your Millennium frame just rests on the top like that. It's a bit like an easel really, so it's great then, because like when I want to, you know, get to the back of the work, you just flip it, turn it over, and you're at the back of your work. And I love it. It's absolutely brilliant. I'm so glad they sent it by mistake, because I'm very glad to have it. It's got little hooks, you know, like I hang my scissors off one of them, and I hang some threads off another. That bit in the middle is meant for your chat, but I find for my eyes personally it's a bit too far away. I'll just be glad when the 8 to 10 inch stretchers arrive, because it's too big. I'm only little, and when I'm trying to reach, because I sew two-handed, when I'm, you know, I've been working on this top bit here, it's been really difficult like to reach. Oh, that was something else new that I got this month as well. Got another little needle minder, a little cat, which I thought was cute. So that's my stand. Right, so that was topic number 3 on the list, and we still have quite a few to go. I'm sorry I told you it'd be long and rambly. Excuse me, I'll just have a quick sip of my tea. My second cup of the day. I always have my first one when my carers come in the morning. She brings a lovely cup of tea up to me, but I always like once I come downstairs I like another cup then, get the day going. Anyway, right, I do waffle, don't I, honestly. Right, but mind you, when I watch others' videos, I like long waffly videos, but if you don't like long waffly videos, I apologise and turn off now if that's what you want, but if not, just bear with me. Right, next thing, eBay. Right, I don't have much money. In fact, I couldn't make this video yesterday anyway because they cut my internet off, so I couldn't have uploaded it anyway, but I think it's back on again now. So I'm struggling to kit up my Heaven and Earth. But again, I'm going to mention a bit more about that at the end, because it comes into something else. But I forgot to show you that. I'll show you that afterwards. See, even with a list, I still forget things. So yeah, so again, my friend who lives over the back, we'll call her. Her name's Catherine. So you know, instead of calling her the friend over the back, her name's Catherine. Hello, Missy. A little shy cat is peeping at me. Well, her husband, he was lovely. He's so nice to her because he buys a lots of stitchy stuff. You know, I need a husband like that. I need a husband, full stop, but I need one that buys me lots of stitchy stuff. Anyway, and he finds these bargains on eBay, and of course I know Amanda's mentioned eBay before, and I looked into kitting up my Heaven and Earth on so-and-so, and I nearly died. When it came up with the price, I just thought there is no way I can afford that, because even though I have quite a few DMCs in my collection, I just seem to have every colour but the colours that are on the list. So I'm like, what can I do? Because over here in the UK, because like we have to pay 20% tax on top of everything. Tammy, be quiet. Sorry, she's back, and I think the bin men might be around. Yeah, we have to pay 20% tax on top of everything, so, well, more or less everything. So it makes, I think if you buy them in Hobbycraft, I think they're about 89p per skein. And so I think are 69p per skein. But even at 69p, it's still expensive when you need, like, I think there's 89 colours in the project, and like, obviously a lot of those are multiples. And it's really expensive, so I needed a cheaper way of kitting this up. So she'd said to me when she was over this one day, she'd got this absolute bargain, and she had lots of colours that she didn't need, so she took a list of what I needed, and she said that I could have them. I think it worked out about 35p each, something like that, so she said I could have them for that, so I was like, oh yes please. So I got a few colours, so I thought, oh, I'll look on eBay. So I did, and I put in I put in a bid for these 2 boxes that were both from the same seller, and I won. And I won. There's 147 colours, and including the boxes, because these are them, including the boxes, I paid £23, and I mean that works out, I think I worked it out at 27 pence per skein, but like if you take off the cost of the box on top of that, then you're probably looking at about 15p a skein, something like that. So that was great. And I've also put in a bid and won another box of 50 colours, which I paid £13 for, and there's no postage on that, so that's winging its way to me as we speak. So that's another 50 colours with a box, and as I've been getting them, I've been highlighting them off on my list, and I've actually got pretty much all of the colours. And I say so far, well, including postage, I think, well, including the box that's come in, I think I've paid about £35 for 197 colours, and that's including the boxes and postage and everything, so I think that's quite good, really. I've not got my fabric yet, which is a big problem because I can't really start without the fabric, but I'm just having to do it bit by bit. I reckon I've probably got maybe another 3 weeks, perhaps 4 weeks work on my current whip, so just hope by then that I can manage to afford the bits I'm missing, because I'm so desperate to start it. But also I had bought the bigger, I need 36-inch stretcher bars for it, and I ordered them from Needle Needs over a month ago, because they were an early Christmas present as well. My mum bought those for me, but they've still not come, so I can't really start it saying that until I've got those. So I have got a few smaller projects which I seem to be breaking loads of habits at the moment, like, you know, 2 whips at a time come January. So I might have to break another habit of a lifetime and perhaps start. I've got at least 2 small ones that I can think of that I could perhaps do in the meantime, because I can't have nothing to do. I'll go insane. You know, I've been stitching solidly for nearly 26 years now. I can't suddenly just stop. Anyway, oh God, I'm waffling. Right, the next thing, I've got this book, and I saw it. Oh God, I've forgotten your name. I'm so sorry, but it turns out this lady actually lives where I live. Funny enough, it's a small world. And I saw she had this book on her vlog, and because I like making cards and things, I thought, oh, that looks quite interesting. So I ordered it, and it's really good. I can't show you inside because it is all patterns, but no, there's nothing I can really show. But there's just lots of like little patterns. I mean, that picture I think is made up of a few little designs, and I mean, this is where I got the picture for the cat, which I was doing in my travel bag, which I miscounted for. But I mean, they're very sort of simple, basic patterns, but really good for card making. And it was really cheap as well. I think the RRP is £9.99. I think I got it for £6 something, brand new. That's good. Hours tracker. I'm trying to speed on a bit now, you might have noticed. Right, the next thing is this hours tracker. Because I record the amount of days that I'm working on a project simply because I do the time-lapse videos. So I take a picture of my whip every day before I start working on it. So obviously I know by counting the pictures how many days I've worked on it. But what I want to do when I start my Heaven and Earth is I'd love to know actually how long I spend, you know, how long it will take me in hours to stitch it. So I saw this again, oh, I'm terrible with names. I saw this on somebody's blog thing, and I thought it was a good idea, and it's called Hours Tracker. You can see it there, and if you open it up, it's a bit like the old days, you know, in the olden days, like 30 odd years ago. No, and I am old enough to be in the olden days, when you used to clock in and clock out at work, and that's what you do. So like, you know, every day that you pick up your cross stitch, you clock in, and like you say, we clock in now, so you'll work on it for so long, and when you put it down, you clock out again. and it keeps a running total of how long you spend on it. So I just thought that would be quite interesting just to see, because I've already got Ashley Gardens in there ready, which is my heaven and earth. So I thought it'd be quite interesting. I think I'll probably do it for other whips as well apart from the cars, obviously, because they're only small. But I thought that was quite a good idea. So I'm going to do that, and just out of interest, 2 years from now when I finish my Haid, it'll be nice to see, as well as how many days, it'll be nice to see how many hours I put in on it. Next thing, Instagram. These other things now are shorter, I promise you. Instagram, just saying, I'm loving Instagram. I've been on it for a few years, but I've not really used it. But since, us floss tubers all got together and, we've kind of taken over Instagram now, and I'm loving it. It's brilliant. We use the hashtag, every time you post, use the hashtag flosstube, and then we can all find each other and see what we're all posting. And I'm loving it. It's brilliant. I'm loving seeing everybody's wit, especially Cher Warner, because she posts every day, and Marika from the Stitchy Life, what's it called, The Real Life of Me, which I follow your vlog every day. I love it. I missed it yesterday with my internet being cut off, but I'll be catching up today. But yeah, because she posts an update, most days, and on Instagram, and it's just lovely seeing, everybody's wits. And I apologise for all my cat pictures as well, but I'm afraid if you're going to have me as a follower, a friend or whatever, then you've got to put up your cat pictures. I'm sorry. It just goes with the flow, that's me. Instagram. Oh yeah, and that leads me on to another thing, was the inspiration from watching everybody's videos and seeing, your updates. And also I'm in 2 cross-stitching groups. I'm in Cross Stitch and Discuss number 2, which I think most of us are, but I also belong to another group called the Cross Stitch Friendly Circle, which is just brilliant. It's absolutely wonderful, and have challenges. There's a small challenge on a Wednesday, and then there's one on a weekend, and sometimes there's longer challenges, 5-10 days, and it's brilliant. And then every week for the Wednesday challenge, somebody gets nominated to set the challenge for the next week. And I just find, these challenges, watching these videos on YouTube, seeing everybody's pictures on Instagram, it's so inspiring. Because like I said, last week I was really ill, and I think I picked it up a little bit on the Monday. Tuesday I couldn't even touch it. Same with Wednesday. Thursday was a bit of a funny day because I was tired from being at the hospital the day before, and then I had a friend come over with an adorable little baby. And then Friday again I was ill. Saturday my carer couldn't even wait me, and I really do mean that. Yeah, so I didn't actually, I did do a bit on Sunday, but just that it would have been so easy to think, well, I won't bother, because I like playing computer games as well, but my computer's sort of been abandoned recently. Although The Sims 4 is coming out either today or tomorrow. I'm so excited, but I just can't afford it, so I can't play it. But watching everybody's videos, it makes me want to get on with my whip more. And I think I'm always thinking, I've got to do an update at the end of the month, so I've got to show some progress. And I'm just loving it. It's brilliant. It's so inspirational. I'm also I do have a few of you are friends with me on Facebook, but not very many. So if you would like to be a Facebook friend with me, then my link is below. Please add me as a friend, because I would like to to keep up, get to know you all a bit better really, which I think you can do more on Facebook than anywhere else. But like I said, just beware, there's lots of pictures of my cats. And my cats also have their own Facebook page, which again is linked below. And they're very clever cats, and even my dog, and they do post updates themselves in their own little language, which apparently is quite funny. And they've even written magazine articles and all sorts of stuff before. They're very clever little cats. Yeah. Right, now the last bit. Okay, and I don't really know how to talk about this because it's kind of a very personal thing, but I feel that I need to explain it. I know I said that when I got to 250 subscribers I'd do a giveaway, and I am now over 250 subscribers, which I've just thank you so much for. I just can't believe that so many people can be bothered to sit here and listen to me ramble. But the only problem I've got is I can't afford to buy anything to give away. And I've got nothing in my own stash that I want to get rid of, and money's very tight. I mean, I mean, I know we're all struggling at the moment, but I'm sort of in a situation where I can't pay any of my bills, and like I say, yesterday I had TV, broadband, my landline and my mobile was all cut off. You know, I'm behind on other bills and this, that and the other, and I'm very aware that I've got so many lights on now, it's going to be running up my electric bill. And I say it's very difficult to talk about because it's a very personal thing, but at the moment I just can't afford to buy anything to do a giveaway, and I do desperately want to do a giveaway because I'm so thankful to you all, for following me and for listening to me rambling, and I love your comments. Please do like the video and add a little comment, because I just love hearing from everybody. But I'm just really sorry that I can't. I mean, things will be improving for me in the not too distant future. Things will be improving, and I'm hoping then I can perhaps get a little bit of money together and I can buy some stuff and do a giveaway then. Just to say thank you for all sticking by me and listening to my waffle, but I just can't do it at the moment, and I'm so sorry, because there's so many other YouTubers out there that do these wonderful giveaways, and also out in the Cross Stitch and Discuss too, they do the gift exchange, and I'd love to be a part of that. I'd love to do a gift exchange, but I just can't afford it. And I'm so sorry. I've got a lot of cats to feed. I've got a lot of cats to feed, and my dog is just walking past at the moment. And they're my priority. Even before my internet and everything. And I had a vet come last week, and she saw, I think 8. There was 8 pets to pay for there. But again, all this will be changing. Without going into anything too much, things will be changing. Not that the cats are going anywhere, anything like that at all, God no. I think I'd live on the street with them before I'd get rid of them. But anyway, I'm waffling. Yes, that's it now, that's the end. If you stuck through the whole of this, well done you. You deserve a giveaway just for that. But I really have nothing to give away. But I'd like to thank all of you for subscribing to me, and if you don't already subscribe, please do, and please put a like on the video, and so just a little comment, even if it's just hi. I love to hear from you. I love reading everybody's comments, and when I watch others' videos I always try to in fact I always like a video that I've watched, simply because I know then there's so many videos now on YouTube, I get a bit lost sometimes, so I know if I go onto a video, if I've liked it, I know I've already watched it. So that's also a good tip of keeping track, is like the video. But yeah, that's it. But thank you everyone, and I'm sorry it's long and waffly again, but hey, that's me. I don't have anybody to talk to, apart from my carers come in the morning, and they come again at tea time, but they're not, they're busy while they're here. And other than that, it's just me and the cats and the dogs, so nobody else to talk to. Perhaps I should start doing like Marika and another video, another vlogger follow. I was saying that, I'm thinking, I should start vlogging, so at least I've got somebody to talk to, but I've got nothing to vlog about because I really do nothing. I just sit here and stitch and go to bed and get up and have a shower and come down here and sit here and stitch, and that's my day over and over and over, unless I have a hospital appointment, which happens quite frequently. Stop waffling. Right, that's it, I'm going. Bye.